How many tracks is on Purple Rain? 9. Intervisions? 8.
Wow.
Thriller?
Classic.
9.
Wow.
Illmatic? 10. Like, I mean, that the whole bloated album theory started with Nation of Millions, which I mean was an amazing thing on its own. Like when I bought that record, 17 tracks.
Yeah, at that point.
For the price of one, goddamn.
Questlove was the one.
But you know, I mean, basically now it's like, you know, we know how to get to the point quicker. And you know, like feeding the album with a whole bunch of tracks was basically us just taking the scenic route on getting our point across. Which now we don't have to be so redundant. I mean, there are still 4 or 5 tracks that could have made the record, but it would have just been redundant. And we'd rather just cut the fat and just blammo, you know, hit y'all with sucker punches.
I want to ask you, how has Jimmy Fallon affected your career? Will it affect the album promotion and you know the music?
For the making of the record, I'll say that this is probably the first time since Do You Want More that the principal members of the Roots have actually been, like, this album was primarily created in this room next door. Okay. Before we turned our dressing room into a studio, okay, which we told them, like, you know, if we come, we need a studio as our dressing room. We had to do residency here for about 6 months. Okay. So what started as just having a workspace to work on stuff for the show wound up being, we got 3 extra hours left. Let's do some, you know. Right. And then that's how the album came. So as far as like concentrated writing, normally when we were on the road doing 200 days out the year, you know, our only time to play together was like sound check. Right. And even then, like, you might be tired. This cat might not want to come. This cat might not want to come. So most Roots albums were just one guy saying, okay, this is your part, this is your part, this is your part, this is your part. Mm-hmm. Now, for the first time since Do You Want More, which is probably why you feel a more cohesive band feel, this is the first time that, like, we've all played together.
Like, this is the workshop that you're standing on. Like, this room behind you.
Yeah, like, this is the first time since '94 that we've all been in a room at the same time, playing at the same time, and writing together. Because, you know, we're now literally stuck together, like, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Right, so it's like you might as well create music, either that or just eat, and you don't want to do that. So
I gotta ask you a personal question. What's up with Malik B, man? I'm a huge Malik B fan. Is that something y'all can talk about, or?
Yeah, Malik is in the streets. I mean, he's doing his thing. He home. He's doing well. He's making music. You know. Like he was on a couple joints for this new record, you know what I mean? But like you said, it's a lot of really good stuff that just didn't make, you know, like the particular composition.
Okay. Quest, I know you got that limited sneaker release was kind of crazy. You got any new sneakers you guys looking to come out?
The next question, they won't.
The prototype is crazy.
There's a gag order, sort of. Yeah, like it's late this year. We're gonna do the Questo 2.
Is that one of them on your feet right there?
No, these are the Yo Gabba Gabba joints.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the Yo Gabba Gabba Nikes.
What are the top 5 sneakers that you own right now? Your favorite?
All the prototypes of the Questos. You'll see them.
As a sneakerhead, how important is a Flight Club to you, man?
Extremely important. You know, I haven't visited that much this year because our hours are always at 30 Rockefeller Plaza, so I haven't gotten a chance to, you know, I mean, I'm a quasi New Yorker, but I've yet to come out during office hours, you know. But yeah, no, very important.
How is touring going to be, essentially, for you guys?
We will tour like a normal unit. Like, before January of last year, we were doing like 200 plus dates on the road, right, which was, I mean, that's kind of abnormal. The average group only tours, the average group only tours 3 to 4 months out the year, like a regular group. So we get 14 to 15 weeks off in the year, so we will be touring. It's going to be a little different this year because technically this is one of 3 albums that we're releasing. Well, I mean, we're so involved in the the John Legend record that
Right.
it just basically became a John Legend Roots album.
Yeah.
So initially, all the albums were supposed to come out at the same time, but he's pushing this back because his album is tied to a movie called Waiting for Superman. The people that brought you Al Gore's, what was Al Gore's?
Environmental.
An Inconvenient. The people that brought you An Inconvenient Truth. It's a movie about how the education system has failed America. So we created basically a soundtrack that is probably John's most grittiest, roughest, like album. Yeah.
Soulful, street.
Yeah.
Hearing that track was
So now
crazy
it's
exciting.
the Roots and John Legend, and then come October we also had the pleasure of creating an album with Booker T. So and the same with him. Like we pretty much made an album. We had Gabe of the Dap Kings engineer it. So
Are you talking about Booker T and the MGs?
yeah. So now
Bad?
we're the MGs. So it's Booker T and the Roots, and
That's
This
legendary.
album literally, like, this will probably be the Raphael Sadiq record of this year. Like, it sounds like it was made in 1964. Like, we had Gabe Roth of the Dap Kings engineer it. So it sounds like super raw and breakbeaty.
Now, this progressive league, this is not all happening this year, obviously.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
John Legend is in September. Booker T is October. That's the dangers of working at the Fountain Show. Because whoever comes through,
Right,
we're just like, yo, let's work together.
Forge relationships.
Yeah. That's how the guest got on the record. That's how, you know.
That's what's up.
Bounces the folk.
Black Thought, I know you got that classic joint with Pun you did a while ago. How was it working with Big Pun?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing to work with Big Pun, man. You know, he always bigged me up, like in his interviews, and whenever he had something to say about, you know, whoever his influences are, he would always be like, "Yo, Black Thought." So, yeah, it was a pleasure and an honor to work with my dude.
Will you be doing any more acting?
Yeah, I got some stuff that's coming out. I got this film. It's called Yelling to the Sky. It stars Zoe Kravitz and myself, and Gabourey Sedabay from who's in Precious, and a lot of really dope up and coming actors. It was directed by Victoria Mahoney. Yeah, that's coming out, you know, pretty soon.
All of my peoples who understand and truly recognize